Today we're going to be going over the instructions for creating a detailed etch file for etching metal with our Siluet Curio machine. We'll be using our Siluet brand etching sheets. We'll go over some of the instructions that you'll need in order to create that wow factor that you're looking for. Okay, first step, you need to have your Curio powered on and connected to your computer so that you can access the necessary settings in the Siluet Studio. We'll be using the Siluet brand metal etching sheets, which are 7 inches wide by 5 inches high. In Siluet Studio, you'll want to go to the Design Page Settings. Set the page size to 7 inches wide by 5 inches high. And make sure that your cutting mat is set to the Curio embossing mat 8.5 inches by 6 inches. If your design has one or more areas inside the outer edge that you don't want to etch or fill, such as a pane of glass in a window frame, select all the relevant shapes, right-click on them, and then in that menu select Make Compound Path. One way you can test this is to use the Fill Color in the Siluet Studio. Click on Edit, select All, and then click on Fill Color. All the areas that are filled with color will be where your machine will etch. Open the Emboss window in Studio. Make sure that the Deboss tab has been selected rather than Emboss, as the Emboss tab will cause your image to reverse once it's etched. Click on the Emboss Deboss button. Click Edit and select All, and then choose a fill effect. You can choose from concentric, spiral, parallel, or crosshatch. Etch lines should appear in your design. You can adjust the spacing and angle settings to achieve the look that you want. The closer together that you space your lines, the more visually striking your etch will appear, and the longer it will take the Curio to complete your job. Dragging the spacing slider all the way to the left will result in a spacing of 0.02 of an inch. You can reduce the spacing all the way down to 0.004 of an inch by clicking the down arrow by the spacing slider. This is 4 thousandths of an inch, which gives it that shiny effect when you fill with your etching. Click on your finished design and open the Cut Settings window. Under Tool, for selected shape, click Tool 1. Under Material Type, make sure to select Metal Etching Sheets. Siluet Studio will recommend settings for the Siluet brand metal etching sheets. Ensure you have the correct number of platforms and the embossing mat secured to the base. In this case, you'll be using the two number 2 platforms, which are 2 millimeters apiece, and then the embossing mat. As you place your metal etching sheet onto the embossing mat, align the metal sheet's top and left edges with the 2 alignment arrows in the embossing mat's top left corner. Place the stippling etching tool in the Curio's left tool holder. Once you have your metal etching sheet in place, you'll notice there's an arrow here to indicate the direction of feed of the base into the machine, as well as this notch in the rail on the side of the base. Feed the base into the machine until this notch enters the front of the machine, and then hit the load button on the side of your Curio and it will automatically center up your tool. In Siluet Studio, verify that your entire design is placed inside the etchable area and make any last-minute changes that you desire. Lastly, click Send to Siluet and your Curio will etch your design into the metal sheet. While the machine is running and etching your design, it's a good idea to periodically, from the front of the machine, blow the dust from the etching out the back to prevent the shavings from sticking to your mat. A special note, the embossing mat adheres to the metal plate extremely well. Please use care when you're detaching the metal plate from the embossing mat. We take a look at our finished project. You can tell just by the effect that we have with that close spacing and the really tight tolerances on the machine. We almost get a 3D effect from our etching. Tons of detail, extremely bright, and that's definitely going to be something that will get people's attention when they're looking at your work. If you like this video, please be sure to check out our other videos of the Curio on our website. There's tons of projects and ideas that you can do with the machine, and it's extremely versatile.